Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode number 12 of the CK Mornings Not Quite Prime Time. How you doing? I'm Chris. There's Jen. There's Matt. Hey, guys, what's going on tonight?
Not too much.
Very good. I'm just scrambling around here, just kind of throwing things together at the last minute. Everyone have a good afternoon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Get up
nice.
to anything fun, exciting?
I watched the majority of the documentary Flint Town about Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, I've seen it. So you didn't have a good afternoon.
No, it was good. I was chilling. And I started making dinner, so it's like done and waiting.
Yeah. Matt, what did you get up to tonight?
Just sort of, making supper after I took a nap this afternoon. Ran around, got some errands, had to get my stuff for the Cesar, so that took me a little while. I had to go to a couple different stores, grab a couple different things. So.
Okay, so it is Cesar Day. I have a Cesar ready to go. Well, let's talk about that here in a minute. Let's pull in our first guest now because he is busy and he's at work. So we wanted to talk to Paul over at Paisanos here tonight. Good evening, Paul. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Not too bad. We just wanted to get you on here tonight over at Paisanos, obviously a big supporter of CKSY, and say congratulations and welcome back. You've been off for about a month and then kicked the doors open again last week.
Yes, it's good to be back. Thank you.
What was it like once you opened again, and what was the response like?
Well, our first week was pretty crazy, Chris. Hang on 1 second. My wife is trying to fix my hair.
Head down. Okay.
Head down. Okay.
I got it.
Okay, hang on.
Head down.
Head down. All right.
That's so funny.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
it was
all right.
crazy last week.
So how did it go? You how long were you closed for? About a month?
6 weeks.
6 weeks, and obviously trying to keep everybody safe. What kind of changes did you have to make in the shop?
Well, we put some glass in our front partition. We're only allowing one person in the shop at once. And there's pylons outside with lines directing people inside one at a time. My head down, sorry. My wife is directing here, sorry. And, plexiglass in the front.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed with my wife. She still tells me what to do, and I listen.
Yeah, nice.
That's so funny. Well, Paul, what do we do to get a hold of Paisanos? How do we get a hold of you over there?
We're only open for dinner right now, 3 till 8. Friday, 3 till 9. We're going to be closed on Mondays. This is a temporary hours. Nothing for now. Eventually, we're going to start doing lunches again when it calms down. You can call us at any time. I'm here early in the morning for pre-orders in the afternoon. And September, we'll probably do anything again full time for lunch and for slices.
Okay. 519-43 Pizza over at Paisanos. Call Paul and the team. Paul, we just wanted to get you on here real quick and welcome you back. Obviously, a big supporter of ours at the radio station. We just wanted to say hey tonight.
Good to be back.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
You too. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. You too. I am 100% surprised we got him even on. I didn't think that was going to work. So
did you tell Linda to make sure you get him on then? Because it sounded like he's taking orders.
Well, there's Linda. Linda's watching, so she's posted there. Obviously, Linda's Paul's husband, and she's getting his hair done and getting him all done. So, hey, look at my daughter's even watching tonight. Nice. There she is. That's awesome. Hey, it is Cesar Day. Always the Thursday before the long weekend. Canada's official cocktail. We talked about this morning. Chatham, Kent, is the home of the world record of the world's largest Cesar, and that was made at the IPM back in 2018. So, Matt, let me show mine first because it looks like.
Okay,
a little bit of work. Cheers, okay, so I went looking for Clamato today. I couldn't find it anywhere. So I ended up finally, after a couple of treks around town, I found some spicy Clamato, the last one on the shelf. I found it. Couple of shots of Tabasco in there. You put five shots of Worcestershire for me. Some pickle brine. That's my secret. A little pickle brine, a pickle in there for a garnish, and of course put the rimmer on it. And I got absolute vodka is what I got with the spicy Clamato. She is delicious. This is number 3. So
Nice.
Cheers.
Nice.
It is Cesar Day today. Jen, you can't have Caesars though, right?
I cannot. I have an allergy to shellfish, fish, anything out of the sea will kill me. I I have a really bad allergy, so I've never actually tried a Cesar before. But someone today texted into the show and said to get Walter's Cesar mix, and there's like a vegan version. So, well, I didn't leave the house today, so I didn't get it, but I will consider it moving forward.
Matt, what I'm hearing is that she's allergic and she could die, but she's never tried. So
yeah, that's true.
Well, I've tried like actual fish before, and I've like
you're still
not
alive.
been okay. But yeah, but I'm having water.
if you were water,
Yeah.
I think she's also on
water.
She's also on probation, so that's another reason for it. All right, Maddie with his name tonight is Hail Cesar. Let me see if I can pull that up there. There you go, Hail Cesar.
I learned some important lessons from Brian Machado over at Breakfast House last year, that the garnishes is what makes it, and that's what it's all about. So I did a little bit of prep work this afternoon. I'm really going to try to build this up before I show it to you, because I spent a lot of time on it, so I want to make sure I get that in. I made some candied bacon this afternoon in the oven there. So I put some brown sugar and some pepper on there. I got some Gouda cheese chunks and some Black Forest ham. I have pepperette that I cut up into slices on there. I put the Worcestershire sauce, like you said, in there. I got some pickle brine in there too, and I got a couple of mini pickles. So here's what the finished product looks like.
Oh my God! Look at this.
So there you go. That's what it's all about.
I would have that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay,
Chris. That one looks way better.
Jen, vote.
Matt, obviously. I'm sorry. It's just like there's a whole meal on there. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Like this is a whole thing for me right now.
I can't wait. I can't wait to dig into this.
Let me tell you though, my first one looked better than my third one.
Nice. I believe
I'm sure it did.
I do it once. I just do it once, and then I do it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maddie, you win the first ever CK Mornings Cesar. Officially.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Cesar.
My wife said she doesn't drink Cesars, and she's like, "You're lucky I don't drink Cesars, because I would devour that thing."
Look at that.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. Yeah, got some.
Well,
can't wait.
Everything's a disappointment at this point. So, yeah. Okay, Karen wants to know if you deliver. I don't know. Are you asking Matt to deliver Caesars or Paisanos?
Probably. Yeah,
Paisanos does deliver. So.
Yeah. If you live in Tilbury, I might think about it.
My mom thinks it's a whole meal, and my
much.
friend Mandy says it sounds like a meal in a glass. Yes, it's a drink you can have with a spoon.
Absolutely.
All right, let's pull in our next guest here. We have a full show here tonight on the Not Quite Prime Time, episode number 12. This weekend is the May 16th Miracle. One of the organizers of the May 16th Miracle is Wes Thompson out in Blenheim. Good evening, Wes. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I don't know how to follow up on the Cesar thing. I just can't compete with that.
What do you have in the mug?
Well, I'm not saying that. I asked my wife to fix my hair. She said, I'm your wife, not a magician.
That is awesome. So, Wes, I got a conversation going about 3-4 weeks ago with Brent Wilkin, and he said, "Hey, we got this idea for this May 16th Miracle," and I was like, "That's very interesting. That sounds great." But how long ago were you in the core group before that even happened? Before you started pulling more people in to be part of this May 16th Miracle? How long has this conversation been happening?
About 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't been going on much longer than that. We were emailing back and forth on some other issues, and James Rasmussen said, "Hey, why don't we do a food drive?" And we pulled a few people in, and we thought, we might find 50 people in Chatham-Kent that are interested. I asked tonight how many volunteers we have lined up. It's over 2,000.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's really good. We're having quite a time communicating. Because emails and texts and everything, and we're all volunteers. We're amateurs at this, so it's like we go wildly off in all directions.
I can imagine. Well, look at the three of us. We go off in all directions. I can imagine having 2,000
three of us,
brains in a room. Wes, the May 16th Miracle is a food drive, but it's not just any food drive. It'll be the largest one that Chatham-Kent has ever seen. It's from coast to coast, all over Chatham-Kent. Tell us what has gone into putting this together. It's not just, hey, bring some food and throw it on your porch and we'll pick it up. There's so much more going on, right?
Well, we're dealing with a pandemic, and so safety's become a feature issue. We've got to have social distancing, and We're washing our hands. We're being very careful with the food. You don't have the regular channels of communication, as you guys are proving tonight. So there's been quite a thing, but somehow we've caught people's imaginations, and we've pushed the social media a little bit, and I think it's going to work out just fine. We just have to make sure that we're all safe and sound out there.
So what do we need to do? What has to happen right now for us to help out on Saturday?
Well, we're asking people, because we're a zero budget program. We have not much glossy material. Make some posters. Put some masking tape in your window. Make a bit of a fuss. I've got it in masking tape on the back of my truck. And pump it up. Let your neighbors know that at 12 noon on Saturday afternoon, put some non-perishable food out on your cans of something, out on your front step or by the curb. We've got teams that will be coming around and collecting it all up. We'll be delivering some of it that day to food banks, but the food banks are overwhelmed too. So we're going to be saving some of it and distributing it as they can accept it. Of course, we don't know how much we're going to get, but we've had some pretty nice things happen so far.
We did get a comment here. Linda says, Janet Cobb says hello, West. Wes, I'm sorry.
Hi, Janet.
There she goes. She's watching here tonight.
Great volunteers.
That is awesome. There's so many people involved too. We did get a couple questions through text. Somebody wanted to know. I got a question about, where is this? About apartments, and if people in those apartments, where do they leave their food? How do they go about that? If they don't have a typical house, or they live in an apartment or a home.
That's right. We don't have the manpower to go door to door in apartment buildings. So if you could leave your canned goods down in the lobby and we can get in, we'll collect it up there. We have the same issue out in the country. We just don't have enough people to do that. So we've set up rural drop-off locations, which are on our website, may16miracle.com. And there will be people there that will pick it out of your car. We don't want people getting out of their cars. Physical distancing again. And we can do it that way. So it's kind of I guess a 3 or 4 pronged approach. Apartment buildings, we will collect it in the lobby of the building. Out in the country, we've got a location set up that you can look at on our website. And in the city, or like metropolitan Blenheim, we'll be sending teams around to pick it up.
All right, Jen, you had a question there.
Yeah, just to clarify, for the apartment buildings, would you want it inside the lobby because some places have like a locked entrance, or would it be like outside the door?
I guess outside would be better. I think the weather's going to be okay. But we'd rather not have it out in the weather or any place where it might be get contaminated. We don't need to deal with that. So, outside would be easier for us. I know that there's going to be different approaches, and frankly, Jen, we're just not that organized.
And so how many crews would you say, you're in charge of the logistics, Wes? How many crews would you say and vehicles will you have hitting the entire municipality on Saturday?
I don't know. We set up 33 captains from one end of the municipality to the other. They each have a team they put together, and I don't know who all the volunteers are, of course, but we've got about 2,000 volunteers registered, and we expect that more of them will show up. So it's going to be busy. So we've asked our people to, be very careful in traffic. We want social distancing. That whole thing's been a concern of ours right from the get-go. So I don't know. It's going to be lively.
And you know what? This is really, it's like the pandemic itself. It's fluid. You're really kind of day by day kind of putting things together. One of the things you mentioned on the air with us when we talked to you earlier this week was the way you're going to, so you're not all the food is going to the food bank immediately. You don't want to overwhelm them. It's going to kind of flow out from there, right?
That's right. Food banks are often overwhelmed and understaffed, and we're trying to respect that, not put them in a difficult position. So each captain's been asked to find some warehouse space where we can put the food for a short period of time and then get it to the food banks as they can handle it. we're trying to do a good thing, not make their life any harder.
Matt, did you have a question, or were you just having a sip of your Cesar there?
No, I was just wondering about some of these because there's some big monetary donations coming in too. And how is that working? Are you distributing that through the food banks, or are they able to buy their own food, or what? How's that working?
Well, our focus is on non-perishable food, but we are getting cash. One of the things we can't do because we're just a bunch of hillbillies is we don't have charitable status, and we can't offer a tax receipt. So we're asking people go directly to your local food bank. They often can do that. And if not, United Way has offered that service to us. If you make the check out to United Way of Chatham-Kent and mark M16M on it, 100% of that goes to the food bank. And then the United Way can provide a tax receipt for that. And you're right, Cesar. It was breathtaking. Today we had the Chatham-Kent police officers gave us a check for, I think, $2,500. Yeah. All week long we've had that kind of thing trickling it in, and we're very grateful for it. Cash is something food banks can use because they don't always have on hand what the demand is. That gives them a little bit of flexibility.
Jen, you had something there.
Yes, sorry.
You forgot. She forgot.
If whatever happens, someone misses your house, or you put it out too late, or something like that, where would you drop off your food?
Yeah, and no doubt we will miss some things. We're not perfect. Two things we talked about today. If we missed picking up your food, let us know. You can do it through the website. We will pick it up. The next thing we have to worry about is we put signs all over the municipality. It's going to take us a couple of days to pick them all back up again. So yeah, we might miss it, and you'll have to forgive us. Go to the website, leave a message. We'll come and get it.
It's just volunteers helping Chatham-Kent, an idea that's exploded, and the May 16th miracle will happen on Saturday. Was there anything else, Wes, we should mention? I know we covered a lot. Let's just get our food out there on Saturday.
Well, I would just say that I'm proud to live in Chatham-Kent, but I don't know if I'll ever be as proud as I am this week of the way Chatham-Kent is behaving. It is breathtaking. It's just very humbling.
Wes, Saturday night, you're going to pull yourself a Cesar. What is your garnish of choice?
I don't think garnish is going to be the issue. I think volume is going to be the issue.
Wes, I appreciate it, but good job. And I know you're rushing to a call right now with the organizers. Tell them our best, and we'll talk about it, of course, leading up to Saturday, and we'll be leaving our food in the front porch. Thanks, Wes.
Thanks so much for your support.
Thanks. Wes Thompson.
Thanks.
Out in Blenheim. We appreciate that. Of course, here it is again. The May 16th Miracle. May16miracle.com is the website. Can you believe over 2,000 volunteers have stepped up? That is wild. That is wild.
Just the number of drivers and stuff that they have to go through. I mean, to get in every street. I mean, you go to this, high schools do like the can drives and stuff, right? But this is covering a huge area.
Yeah. And I told you guys I was on that first Zoom call, and I don't have anything to say, but there was 200 people, and the idea came out, hey, we're going to do this food drive, and in the chat section of the Zoom call was businesses. I'm in. What do you need? Here's a vehicle. We can do it. You can use, and it was within 10 minutes of this idea coming out, just Chatham-Kent was like stepping up and saying whatever we need. That was about 3-4 weeks ago. So it's really cool that it's all coming together. So we'll talk more about that on the air here this week. All right. We got another guest. You know what I wanted to mention too? I love how I can see in the background, I can see Matt going.
I've been considering, like, because I want to chomp down on this stuff, but like, the celery and stuff's really crunchy. I'm like, do I just mute my mic while I'm off camera?
No, Matt, we want to see you have a drink, Matt, because I can only see it. You trying to navigate. Yeah.
I got a bamboo straw, so I got that too.
Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, off to the side.
Good stuff. All right, we want to call in now Andrew Teal, who is buddy. There's Andrew Teal, Abstract Marketing. Andrew Teal, how you doing tonight, Andrew?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. I saw you sipping something. What do you got to drink up there?
Well, the feed's kind of breaking up a little bit. So I just saw Wes's thing. That's pretty cool. I think that we should all maybe do a little wager on how many hundred thousands of cans we think or pieces that are going to be donated on.
Oh man,
I'm thinking about 450,000 pieces of stuff as far as like diapers, food items, and all that stuff. What's your wagers?
450,000. Let me think. 100,000 people. I'm going to say that's probably right about where it would be. I'm going to say $1. That's my bid. Is that?
I'm off the casino right now.
Is that not how we're doing this? No. Okay. If you're going to say 450, I'll say 475. I'll give it on the high side. I know I've got some pasta and some pasta sauce that we were going to cook up. I almost cooked up, and I got told no, that's for the donations. So that'll be put out there this week. Linda says, Matt, she loves the Dutch shoes there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Clomping.
There you go.
Yeah,
Everybody loves Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is just the star of the show, really, with his Caesars and his backdrop. He's killing it here. Andrew, we wanted to get you in to talk about your involvement with the hand sanitizer that is made out of Bootlegger out in Bothwell, the distillery out there. Tell us how you became involved with that.
Well, we started off with the Nurse Number 9 project, which, like everybody else, I think it was back March 13th, 14th when everything closed down, and we just kind of got slammed with this. Like here's our new reality. Like you're not going anywhere, doing anything. Like this is what's on. And I said, like, wow, like I want to try to help my wife out a little bit. She's a nurse at the hospital, so we came up with this program. And I decided to say, hey, like, is there a way that we can produce this hand sanitizer to help folks out? At that point, like, everything was sold out everywhere, the whole scenario that we all know. And called the ethanol plant, and they donated 2,000 liters of ethanol. Numerous companies locally, like, Impact Graphics, the disaster restoration, the First Choice Disaster Restoration, Ted Dalios from the Chatham Denture Specialist, Fox Farms, Jason Fox, Oriano Bernardi from Heritage Dental. Everybody just jumped in and said, look, here's money, here's what it is. I can give you whatever I want or whatever we can. Tim from Platinum Produce gave us the peroxide. We had everything like set up within about a week, which was awesome. And then we started to produce that. So we gave all of those to first responders, to groups like community living, and probably I think it's about 55, 60 organizations that we've touched now, as far as giving them the hand sanitizer that they needed to get through. So once we started that whole project, through that whole thing, we have people like, Accurate Cast, KSR, Ramelka, all these groups going like, listen, we need 100 liters. We need 100 liters. We need 300 liters. And we're like, okay, well, that's not really what we were set up for, but this is like, we're certainly like happy to help you.
Yeah.
So in the last week, Tuesday, we launched the website handsanitizerontario.com. Yes, I guess I should say that probably again. handsanitizerontario.com. And it's been crazy. We've been doing like probably 300 to 500 liters a day on new businesses getting open, because people are saying like, hey, I need acrylic barriers, I need hand sanitizer, I need all these items, and I got to do it right away. Because things are coming up, and some of that stuff is mandated by the provincial government as well. So it's one of those things that's kind of a little crazy. You want to open up your business, have certain things. So the hand sanitizer is one of the things we've been working on, and we're just we're blown away by the demand.
So what was the website again, Andrew? Give us the Twitter again.
Sorry, Chris, you're cutting out, but I can't hear you.
The website. What's the website again? Was it Ontario?
Website is handsanitizerontario.com.
Okay. All right. I stopped by the office last week. Yeah, I got it. And I got some. And Matt was joking about, what did we talk? We were talking about having a vat of hand sanitizer. And you said, if we needed it, Andrew, we could make that happen. But if a business, that's right. That's right. But with these announcements that the province has made, especially today with some of these businesses that are starting to open up, if there's a need, we can get it here locally, can't we?
Sorry, say it again.
No, I was just saying we can get it here locally now with all the announcements that have been made recently. I think you guys heard me, right?
Okay, it sounds like you said that it's cool that it's locally produced.
Yes, that will work. That'll work. Yeah,
it's awesome. Like, so a lot of people are it's funny because I'm kind of guessing at what you're saying, so I really hope
no, that's all right.
Isn't anything like provocative or anything, but yeah. So a lot of companies that are based locally, like the home hardwares and the liquor stores and that stuff, they get charged from their head office as far as like when they send it down and when they ship it and that stuff. So a lot of times they're paying like $12, $15, $18, $20 a liter, and we're selling it for $8 a liter. We are not price gouging. We're saying like, listen, we want to set it up because this is probably going to be around for like the next like year and a half.
Yep.
So we want to charge people a fair price, and at the same time have them keep coming back to us. And that's what we're all about. It's like, helping the community out that we're part of the community,
For sure. Andrew, thank you very much. We appreciate your time tonight. Enjoy your drink. There you go. That's Andrew Teal. They were having it's a little choppy on that end, but appreciate Andrew jumping in with us. You know what I should have had? I should have had some bootlegger vodka in my Caesar tonight.
Yeah,
that would have
nice.
made more sense.
True.
Well, there's always tomorrow, right? There is always tomorrow. What do you want to do? A quick what you watching here tonight before we wrap up? A little what you watching action before we say goodnight. Jen, what did you watch? You watch Flint Town?
Yeah, I started that today. I'm working on Shameless season 9. I'm half done that. And then after I'm done that, I'm going to start watching Dead to Me.
I like how you refer to it as working on, like I've got a big project underway right now.
Yeah.
Back in the office, working on Shameless right now. Matt, we haven't talked lately about what you're watching. What are you watching?
Yeah, still kind of getting through the MJ Michael Jordan stuff. Last Dance. We're still going through the new episodes of Life in Pieces as well.
Yep.
And then just have a couple movies that I'm trying to get around to. I finally got around to watching I think A Quiet Place the other day. Is what it's called with Krasinski and Emily Blunt or something?
Yeah, where they don't talk.
Oh my goodness, that movie! So my wife and I picked out that movie because we were like, oh, let's watch a nice movie together on a Friday night. We hardly get time alone, so we watch this movie. I was sitting on pins and needles the whole time. It was the least relaxing 2 hours of my life.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
That's a horror movie.
Well, it is, but it's not like a super horror movie. It's more like a really anxiety-driven thriller. Like it's
a thriller, yeah.
That sounds like every day of my life.
Every day in her office, and she's working away.
Yeah.
Christina says, "Yeah, Dead to Me." Yes, so good, so good. I'm just gonna finish this week's episodes of what we're just saying, the MJ, the Last Dance.
Nice. Yeah,
I'm really into that, and then we're working on what's his name? Jake Peralta.
9-9.
Yeah, Brooklyn 99.
9-9.
Yeah, we're killing that. We're killing
yeah.
So going away. Hey, so big announcements made here today across the province about what's opening and what's happening here over the next few days. Tomorrow on CK Mornings, we're going to talk golf and what golf is going to look like once it opens up on Saturday. And Dr. David Colby is on again tomorrow. We had 17 new cases announced yesterday, Matt?
Yeah, they were announced late yesterday, and they're still waiting on like a lot of results because they retested the whole workforce at that greenhouse again. So they tested them first. A lot of negatives came back, but there's some false negatives and some people that were too early on for the symptoms to be showing up. And so that was a lot of discussion today. I was on a conference call with Dr. Colby and a bunch of other health officials. Basically, every question was asking about that.
One of the things too is with the province announcing that golf courses are open, Dr. Colby could say, no, they're not. Not here. They're not.
Yeah.
He's got that call. So we'll ask him. I don't know if you'd want to be the one standing between a golfer and the golf course, but hey, it's up to him. And I haven't heard anything otherwise, but we'll have him on tomorrow morning. So anything else, guys? Get back to your Caesars here and Jen's.
I can't wait. I can't wait to dig into this thing now.
It's water.
Yeah.
I have wine back there.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early on CK Mornings, and we'll talk to you then. Hail Caesar. Matt.
Cheers.
Congrats.
Bye.
Champion tonight. Thanks, guys.